Flosstube, it's Christine here, and it feels like it's been forever since I have visited with you. I think my last video was my July stitching vlog, which I probably uploaded, I think, at the beginning of August. I'm not sure. I forgot to go back and look, but I feel like that sounds about right. So it is October 28th today, I think. So let's see. Halloween is Friday. Today's Tuesday. Does that make it the 28th today? I think so. Okay. Anyway, it is, yes, October, the end of October, and I thought I would come in here and start a vlog again because I got to get back on this vlogging horse again, and give you an update as to what I have done since the end of July. Not a whole lot, because we sadly had a death in my family. My mother-in-law passed away on August 14th, and she had had a stroke a couple of years ago and was doing fairly well, but she just kind of was slowly declining. And then she kind of, just rapidly at about, 2 weeks or so before she passed away, it kind of went rather quickly. So it was still quite a shock and a surprise. And so we're all kind of dealing with that. I was very close to my mother-in-law. I was very lucky to have her in my life, and I miss her. So the first thing I did was lost my stitchy bug, of course, but I wanted to immediately do a project in her honor. So I was kind of waiting for the spark of motivation, like what could I do that really would make me think of her? And so I decided to pick a project that I had started actually quite a few years ago, maybe 3, 4, or 5 years ago. I don't know. It was a Mill Hill kit, and let me grab it really quick and show you. Okay, well, let me take it out of the package because it has a little bit of a glare. Okay, so it is this one right here called Sunflower Bouquet. I had started it, I maybe put 10 stitches in the brown quite a few years ago, and I put it away, and I knew that it was in my, whip pile. And I thought that this one would be appropriate because although I don't think my mother-in-law loved sunflowers, she had a lot of allergies, so I don't think she was a big kind of flower person. I mean, she liked the idea of them, but I'll see if I can find a picture, the little retirement community independent living facility that she lived in, there was kind of a gardener that worked there. He hadn't worked there for a few years, but he used to plant the big giant sunflowers, and they would kind of like loom over her door. And I think she kind of hated them actually, but we always laughed about them because they just kind of remind me of her. I think I have a picture of her because the boys used to go over and kind of, spend, evening with her or something. And I have a picture of her answering them at the door and the sunflowers looming over her. But also because in her hospice room, there was a really beautiful picture of a sunflower, and the middle of the sunflower was shaped like a heart. And I spent a lot of time looking at that photo hanging over her bed while she was there, even though she was only in hospice for about probably less than 24 hours. I just kind of remember seeing that picture. And then, of course, after she passed away, it was August. So when I would walk, all the sunflowers were in bloom. So I thought for me that this would be an appropriate sort of memorial piece to do for her. So I pulled that out, and I worked almost completely just on this. I just didn't really feel like working on anything else. And I got all of the stitching done. I'm not showing it to you because I'm still not quite done with it yet. I have a few more colors of beads to do. So you're going to have to just wait until another clip so I can hurry up and get those done and be done with this. But I really enjoyed working on that, and just thinking of just all the wonderful memories that that we've all had with my mother-in-law. And so, yes, I'll show you that in a future clip. But besides that, I think, and it's kind of all a blur because I really wasn't vlogging, and it was just kind of nice to just stitch on things and not really pay attention to when I was starting stuff or when I wasn't starting stuff. But I do know that in between that time, I think like when I wanted to stitch one time and I didn't have this near me, I had my another small Mill Hill next to me. So I went ahead and did one that I don't have the cover sheet to show you what it is, but it's called Candy Bucket, and it was new for 2025, I believe. And it's this little Halloween candy bucket that is just so cute and so nostalgic for me because of the little plastic pumpkin, you know, Halloween buckets. I just love the nostalgia of it. So yeah, there's all the just of the little candy corns and lollipops and stuff in there, and it was really cute. So I did that one, and I just sort of worked on it over the, I don't know, between, I think maybe sometime in September, I think was when I was working on this. And that, I think, was the only other stitching I had done. Oh, no, I take it back. I put just a few. I don't remember what my progress was the last time I showed this video of my, what is it? Not the cafe mocha latte, my milk. Let me grab it and show you. I think I may have done a little bit since. Okay, so it is this one right here, and I'm not going to take it out of the package because all the beads are in there as well, but it's called Latte, and it's one of the 4 coffee projects that match each other from Mill Hill, and I had started that back in the summer at some point. So this, I may have gotten a little bit done since the last time we visited. I think I was just working pretty much on this area right there. I may have finished a little bit of this, but not much. I know I really didn't do much on this at all. I was just kind of focusing on the sunflower project for the most part. So there was that. And then I did pick up a felt. Oh, I should have brought the package of the felt there. I did work on one felt kit because I had finished last year. If you follow any of my Bucilla felt, it's a different playlist. It's not cross stitching, but it's the embroidery felt projects. Last year, gosh, what was the name of it? I'll try to post a picture of it right here of what the kit looks like. It's a 2-piece Halloween door hanger, and I had finished one either last year or the year before. It's probably the year before. And so I always kind of knew in the back of my mind that I had that other one to do. So let me grab it and show it to you. Okay, and this is the little project door hanger by Bucilla, and hopefully I inserted a picture to show you what the name of that kit is. And super cute. I wanted to do a felt kit, but I didn't really want to delve into my new one yet. If you haven't been able to tell, I'm in my car, yes, in my driveway, because my pup Mary is sleeping, and I didn't want to disturb her. So I came out here because there's just the lighting is good, and you know what? It's my thing. So yes, this little adorable little cat. The other one is like a potions, kind of a potions bottle with bubbles and stuff like that. Cute. But I have to say, I haven't really been feeling the felt kits yet. And I even bought a new one that I was going to work on, and I haven't. So actually, let me just show you what that is, because I still may do it. I mean, Halloween is still just a few days away. I maybe might get a start on it, or I might save it until next year. We'll see. Let me grab it. Okay, hope the glare won't be too bad on this. This actually isn't a great cover picture that they took. It is called Spells and Sweets, and it is just kind of a hanging garland of, you've got the bat and the candy corn. It's really hard to see. It's kind of hard to see even not with the glare. It's just kind of I think personally, it's just not really a great photo. I'm sure it's going to be much cuter when it's actually stitched, but a jack-o'-lantern, another little witch's cauldron there with some eyeball and stuff in it. So really cute. Yeah, so stay tuned. I'm going to be stitching that definitely in the future. It doesn't look like it's going to take too long at all, but I just, you know how much I love Halloween. So obviously after my mother-in-law passed away, a little bit after that, at some point, I had one of my neighbors actually. So we have needed our windows replaced forever in our house. I mean, they're like 20 years old and they're horrible. All of the seals are broken on them, so they're real foggy, and they're just really horrible windows. We have window people literally leaving flyers on our door on a daily basis for years now saying, hey, you know, you need your windows replaced. So anyway, we finally went ahead and scheduled to have that done. And that was like sometime in August or September. And they said that they were going to do it in mid-October. So I knew that we were going to be getting our windows replaced in mid-October. And I just knew that there was a lot of stuff that we needed to move away. I mean, we've been in our house for over 30 years. So I knew we needed to just kind of declutter a lot of stuff, move stuff away from the windows so that these people could come in and do our windows. Plus I was losing sleep over what Mary was going to do because, you know, a team of people, you know, making holes in our house was not going to go well with her. So I was stressing over that whole episode for like weeks. And I didn't want to get any Halloween stuff out because I just was trying to clutter and clean. And anyway, long story short, I just kind of missed out on Halloween decor this year. I put a little bit of fall leaves, kind of like garland, on my mantle, and I hung up the Mill Hill Halloween, the Happy Halloween, because since that was out already, I have that sitting there. And of course I just had these two little things that I finished kind of hanging on my mantle. And yeah, I didn't really do much at all for Halloween decoration this year, which the good part of that is I don't have anything to put away now. But the windows have been installed. The team was amazing. They literally replaced 21 of our windows in about a day and a half. Mary was a trooper, and it really worked with me as to telling me, like, here, we'll get this room done so that you can kind of be in this room with her. And yeah, it all went great. I lost sleep over nothing, and it's amazing the difference. Maybe I'll show you like a before and after of what our bay window in our master bedroom just looks like. I mean, it's amazing. It's like we live in a new house. It's wonderful, and they're so quiet. Okay, enough about windows, but I'm just so excited that that's done. And so then I was watching, shout out to Hello from Liz Matthews. I love her channel. I will tag her below. I was watching her videos. I love her Flosstube. And I think it was when she was talking about her fall plans, and she was showing some of the things that she was going to be stitching. Well, she showed a dimensions kit at the end that she said she may get to. It kind of was like the last on her list. I will, like I said, link that video below if you want to watch it, or if you don't already watch her. But it was a dimensions kit that I happen to have right here. It is called Pleasures of Winter. And I hope that's not much of a glare, but you can see this. Okay, now, I'm sure if you're just finding my channel, I have a Dimensions Kit Parade because I own a lot of Dimensions Kit Parades. Yeah, it's a little on the crazy side. Yes, how many Dimensions kits I own. Did I need another one? No. Did I buy another one? Yes, because this is one that I have like told myself I wasn't going to buy. I don't need it. I have several winter scenes that I love. I've got Winter's Hush and Time, you know, Treasured Time, many of them. But just like her, and I think a couple of people that have this kit, you know, the one thing that kind of draws us in is this little, it's like a stack. Oh, shoot. Okay, sorry, you fell over. It's this little, I don't know if you call it just a haystack or something, with these pumpkins here that have snow on them. So what's different about this winter scene is it's kind of a fall going into winter scene. And I think, you know, anybody that owns this one probably bought it because of those little pumpkin, snow-covered pumpkins right there to show that, you know, fall is leaving, winter's coming, and there's that little bit of overlap there. So when she explained it on her channel, I said, that's it. I have to go buy that. I have to go buy that kit because I kind of have secretly wanted it, but, you know, never really pulled the plug on it. So anyway, I bought it, but I told myself that if I buy this kit, it's not just going to go into my stash. I even told my husband, when it arrives, I'm going to start it that day, which he, of course, didn't believe me because I say that about every kit. But no, that's the deal I made with myself. I said, you know, if you buy that kit, you got to start it that day. So I found it on Etsy for I would say a reasonable price for an out of print. This is an out of print dimensions kit. You can still find it on eBay and Etsy, and, you know, it was a reasonable price for an out of print dimensions kit. More than it's really worth, but, you know, I bought it. I didn't buy it right away. I actually put it in my cart and I thought about it for about a week. And I said, if I forget about it, I'm just not going to buy it. But I didn't forget about it. I kept thinking about it and obsessing about it more and more each day. So I just bought it. And what did I do? I started it the day it arrived, the evening of the day it arrived, which was October 10th. So October 10th, 2025, it was a Friday night, and my husband and older son, they went to a movie. I think they went to go see the new Superman movie. I'm never home alone. There's never just like a night where I'm just home alone. And it was a Friday night, and it was just me and my dog, Mary. And I said, Mary, we're having a girls' night. We are going to start a Dimensions kit. So what I did is I opened up the kit, and I just found the thread that was in the center. I said, I'm going to start in the center. I didn't prepare the fabric or anything. I didn't do anything with the chart or anything. I just found the center of the pattern. I found the floss that I needed, and I put in a few stitches. After I put in a few stitches and it was an official start, well, then the next day I woke up, and that's when I added fabric around the edges and, sorted my threads. Okay, I sort my threads. I didn't bring it out with me. Okay, I'm a little out of practice here, but when I sort my threads with dimensions, like I've said in the past, I usually do like poke holes in the organizer that they give you, and then I like to fold the threads in half and do like a loop start. I'll show you in a future one, but let's just show you where I'm at. And I have kind of been going like gangbusters on this because I started it right before we had our windows done, and while they were here and I was occupying my dog, we spent a lot of time stitching. And by we, I mean me. And look at what I've gotten done so far. Okay, so I went right in. This is somewhere around the center of the project, right in here. I decided to go in. I mean, it might not be right the center, but I found, I'm like, I'm going to go in and I'm going to do probably what is the most confetti heavy part of the whole piece, I would think. I mean, just looking from it, looking at the chart, is all those people on that sled. And then I went right into the horses. Then what I was going to do, like I usually do, is do a lot of the stitching around this area, the back stitch. I'm not the back stitching, but the background stitching, so that I could back stitch this, because I like to back stitch as I go. Well, I decided that, there's a lot of colors around this, and it would have taken me a long time, and it's kind of boring. It's a lot of half stitches and a lot of just different shades of blues and whites, and it's the snow. And so I'm going to do what I don't normally do, and I just went ahead and just made this little jump right here, because it was only a few stitches I had to count, and I jumped over to work on the little garage shed area over there. And I have decided that the way I'm going to approach this project is very unusual for me. I'm calling it the dessert first method because I've decided I'm going to stitch all of the interesting parts of this pattern first, and I'm going to save all the background for last. And as I do the background and complete an area around that needs to be backstitched, I'll backstitch it. So it's really hard for me to leave this unbackstitched because I really like to do it while I go, but I'm going to try that method and see. So I'm going to go here, then I did the little shed, and then right here where this ends is actually the very kind of top of that little corn stalk or whatever it is with the pumpkins over here. Now I can either do that or I could work on this big tree that goes right here. So let me show you again. Okay, so I know sorry about the glare, but you could see that this is kind of where the little corn stalk is, and that's going to go kind of right over there. So I don't know. What do you think about that method? Those of you that do dimensions, have you done that kind of style before where you just kind of go in and do all the good parts and then save, all the, I don't want to say boring, the monotonous background, and then of course the back stitching. So I don't know. I'm going to give it a try. I feel like maybe with that method, I might actually finish a dimensions kit instead of just start it. And then I always fizzle out about midway and I think what it does, so my preferred method is I like to start up on the upper left, kind of like you read, start up in the upper left corner and then just, work my way down. And as interesting things happen, you kind of do those, and then then you backstitch as you go. But what ends up happening is because I end up doing a lot of sky, I get bored with it, and then I put it away, and I don't it doesn't call to me to bring it back again. So I thought, yeah, let's try this. Let's just go right in for the middle, get the good stuff done, which I did. And then, yeah, that little shed, there's a little church, and then there's that big house. I mean, and the ducks flying up there. Gosh. So I'm going to give that a try. I'm really enjoying it. Really, really enjoying it. And I will show you my progress as I go along. The only other thing I'm going to talk about is just a couple of things that I bought. Yeah, I think there's only two. I bought this sometime over the summer, and I don't remember where I had seen it, but it is one of the Prairie Schoolers, and it is book number 165 called Sweeping Cobwebs. And I got it specifically for this little, I just love this little kind of 6 motif little square they have up here because of just the vintage Halloween style that it has. And I just love it. So I bought that. I had every intention of working on that for Halloween, and it just didn't happen. It got away from me and I didn't do it. But it's mine, and I can do it next year, right? Next year. And then I was watching, okay, what is her channel name? It's Becca's Stitching. And I was watching her, and she does amazing stitching. You need to go check out her channel, and especially she just finished, she's working on the dimension stockings, which I have not even started a dimension stocking before, but I know they're a lot of work, and the fact that she's making one for, you know, her family, yeah, that's a big undertaking, and I really do appreciate that. So you have to go and look, especially when she shows the details of her stitching. It's amazing. And then she's been working on a project by Riolis, and it's a fall project of a lantern and a book. I fell in love with it. I'm like, oh, I need to go get that. Well, I couldn't find a copy of it. It's back ordered. I actually did order it, but when I started looking at the Riolis kits again, and I have done one or two Riolis. Okay, I think I have the Riolis Cosmos that I'm doing, and I think the Blue Jay I did, was that Riolis? I think so. Anyway, it comes with the wool acrylic thread. So I found this one that I thought is, I don't know, just kind of a fun Christmas, warm, cozy little look. And it is called, I don't know if they have actual names on here. It's just Riolis 2265. Okay, and doesn't that just look like a warm, inviting little Christmas scene? So I got this one, and I also got the fall one that she's working on that I can't remember what it's called, but you can go check out her channel, and it does have these wool acrylic threads in it. Like that. So yeah, I like the wool acrylic. They're a little bit different to get used to. You only use one strand, I think. Yeah, I believe you only use one strand, and they're kind of puffier, you know, a little fluffier kind of floss. So I think people either love them or hate them, but I like them, and I just think this is just adorable. This little, I love a little teddy bear sitting on the chair there. It's cute. I don't think I brought anything else out here with me. Oh, yeah, sorry, I did buy more. Okay, let me show you. Okay, so let's just say I'm not a gnome person. I'm not really a gnome person. I mean, I liked gnomes when they were just in people's gardens like a while ago, but then I kind of got, I don't want to say burned out on gnomes because they're cute, but you know, I kind of feel like gnomes are going to be one of those things like geese were of the 80s, you know, and I could be wrong. This is just obviously my opinion. If you love gnomes, if you stitch gnomes, if you're a gnome collector, I'm no judgment on you at all. It's just my personal feeling about them, you know, is they're just, I can take them or leave them. Let's just say that. But I saw these from Mill Hill, and I kind of bought them because I think they're just adorable. So they are this set of, they're the 2025 Jim Shore. They're based on the Jim Shore designs of these gnomes, and they're the holiday gnomes. So there's like one for the holidays. So I will go through and show them. You can buy this whole set actually up on Amazon. The whole set of, how many of them? 1, 2, 3. There's 6 of them. Okay, let's start with, we've got, what's it called? Harvest Pumpkin Gnome. Okay, I'll try to get no glare there. Okay, these haven't been opened yet, and I don't want to open them, so we'll just do the best we can with the glare. I do apologize. I know that can be annoying, but pumpkin, okay? Gnome with all the pumpkins on his head. Then we've got, we'll just kind of do them in the order of the season. This is mistletoe couple gnome. All right. Let's see, what's the next holiday? We're going to be going into then Valentine's Day, and this is called Gnome with Heart. I just think it's so cute. And then we've got Leprechaun with Leprechaun Stein, it's called. Leprechaun with Stein. Oh my gosh, so cute. And then, this is probably my favorite one, Easter Gnome. Look at him with that little chocolate bunny. And the, yeah, little basket of eggs. The colors are just so spring-like. I just love them. Okay, and then this one here, Patriotic Gnome, which, you know, obviously if you live in another country, this, you might have to adjust the flag a little bit, but yes, cute. So there we go. We've got all those seasonal gnomes. I can't resist a good seasonal series. So even though they were gnomes, I just had to have those. Okay, I think that does bring us to the end of this clip. Now, do I want to do a vlog or do I just want to upload this update? You know what? I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I will add one more clip. I'll just wait until I get a finish on my sunflower because I'm getting very close. So as soon as I get a finish on that, I'm going to add a clip to that to show you, and also if I do any more progress on my dimensions kit. And then I think that I'm just going to upload this as just an old-fashioned Flosstube update, not a vlog. And then I'll get back into vlogging maybe again then in November. Yeah, that's probably what I do. Okay, so yeah, I'll see you in the next clip, and then I'll let you know for sure what I'm going to do after that. Okay, it's good to be back. See you in a bit. Alrighty, I have a finish to show you. It's October 30th today, so I got this finished before the end of the month, and I'm going to try to record this before my neighbor's dog starts barking because she's been barking for a long time. So let's hope I can record this. Sorry about the specialty fibers of Mary the pup, which there is going to be some, I'm sure, but look at that. It's so pretty. Actually, let me try to get it in the sun a little bit here so you can see some of these beads. It's so pretty. Turn it sideways a little so you can see. So I usually do 2 strands of floss instead of 3, so the coverage isn't amazing, but in the long run, I don't care. I like using 2 strands so that I could do the loop start. And I think I did go back into the center and in the dark area right in the center of the sunflower, and I think I did thicker strands there, maybe 3. But yeah, I don't mind. Oh, I just love it. It's so pretty. Just something about a blue glass vase that I am always attracted to. So yes, there it is. All ready to display, and it's so easy to plop these in a frame. And yeah, I love it. So that was the one thing I was going to show you. And then I think earlier in that last clip, I had said I was going to talk about how I sort my dimensions kit frames. My dimensions kit threads. I've talked about this many times in my videos, but I'll just show it again. I just cut them off where they are attached in a little holder, and I just punch holes and just do a little bit of a loop through the punched hole, because then that ends up making the strands a lot less long. So they're just much more manageable. And I like to do it that way. So maybe if the really super long strands bother you, you can try this as well. Okay, that is it. Tomorrow's Halloween, and I'm done talking about stitching, but I will add a little clip on the end here because my mom had a little Halloween get-together last Saturday, and I dressed up as like an 80s diva. It was so fun doing my big hair again. My hair's a little thinner these days than it used to be back in the 80s. So there's that. But yeah, I had a lot of fun. And anyway, I wanted to show you my brother's costume too, because it's hilarious. So there's just a tiny little clip of my brother, me, and then my brother with his little funny costume that he did. And for those of you wondering about Mary, she's doing wonderful. She's going to be 2 on the 15th of November. And we spent a lot of time this summer walking through the cemetery. That's where we kind of did a lot of strolls and driving around, and she loves the cemetery. So yeah, okay, that's it for now. I will catch in with you maybe hopefully at the end of November, but if not, maybe I'll see you at the beginning of the year, because it kind of gets a little hectic this time of year. But thank you so much for joining me, and yeah, please leave a comment if you have any questions or comments or anything you want to share. I love to read the comments and like to answer most of them if I can. Sometimes I get a little behind on them, but yeah, I love chatting with y'all. All right, happy stitching. Have a safe Halloween, and don't eat too much candy. Bye for now.